Hello guys, it is Gate of Theories here, and we are back reviewing My Mum, Tracy Beaker, episode 2 this time, since you guys seem to love episode 1 so much, so you've requested that we review episode 2. Now, if you've been watching on iPlayer, you might have watched the full, movie. Don't worry, a review for the full, show itself will be coming out soon, but for now, we are just doing episode by episode, so if you want to see a review purely for episode 3 later, make sure that you like this video, and then we will release one. But before we go any further, if you haven't seen any of My Mum, Tracy Beaker, then make sure you go and check it out, as there will be spoilers for it in this video straight away. But guys, let's just get straight on into this. So guys, we have episode 2, and to be honest, my opinions of this is that it is the best episode so far. I know we've only had 2 episodes, this one just felt way better and just so much more like Tracy Beaker. The first episode I thought it was amazing. It was a bit more light-hearted, just to try and get an introduction of everything, a bit fast-paced, and you can check out my review here by clicking the card. However, this one just felt like, I'd call it fan service. It had everything in. And of course, this episode just had so many returning characters, so many references to the past story of Tracy Beaker and Tracy Beaker Returns. And it was just awesome. I loved it so much. So firstly, let's get the main characters out of the way. Firstly, we have Tracy, Jess, and Sean. I just think they were amazing in this. Danny Harmer and Emma Davies, who play Jess and Tracy, were as awesome as ever. The chemistry that these guys have between each other is amazing. And the character of Tyrone, we got to know a bit more in a little bit more detail. And I really liked how they managed to connect sort of Sean's past to Tyrone's past. And there's even a line that Jess says, which is Tyrone is basically a younger version of Sean, and the chemistry that Tyrone and Jess have developed over this episode is just really cool. I reckon if they were going to make a second season / movie, who knows, it may be Jess and Tyrone coming up together like how Tracy and Sean have been doing. And I think the similarities between Tracy and Sean and Tyrone and Jess just works really well. And yeah, I just think the chemistry, especially with Jess and Sean, that they've begun to grow together, their bond, is just working so well, and I absolutely love it. But guys, of course, the main thing about this episode is, of course, the return of Justine Littlewood and Carly Beaker. We had Cam in the past episode, and I was saying, she didn't really do that much. Here, she does a lot more, and to be honest, it's just everything we want. Considering this is technically, the second Tracy Beaker movie after the movie of Me, which came out, way back in 2004, that was the last time we saw Carly Beaker. Her returning in this is just amazing. The tension and the awkwardness and the drama in that room when they're waiting for Carly Beaker to come is just so brilliant. And I loved how they began that shot with Tracy staring out of the window, hinting back to all of the times when she used to just sit out of the window and wait for her mum to come. And I also loved how it just sort of gradually Carly came in, and it gradually just got more awkward till eventually just Cam, Tracy, Jess, they all just lost it with Carly. And to be honest, I keep on saying, it was a fan service thing, and we as the fans are here for it. I am absolutely loving it. The fact that Cam and Carly just still don't get along after all these years just makes so much more sense, considering the first time Carly appeared, Cam literally was crying in the first movie. Here we see Cam defending Jess, we see her literally go against Carly head to head, and the reintroduction of Carly is just amazing. I absolutely love it, and I'm so glad that finally we seem to have a completed arc of Tracy Beaker finally standing up to her mum yet again. She didn't really do it in the first movie. Here she does it spectacularly. And of course, we have the return of Justine Littlewood. Now, what I really love about this return is that they didn't just do the return and suddenly oh, Tracy and Justine just absolutely hate each other and that's all it was. No, they actually got along, and I think that worked really well considering the end of the story of Tracy Beaker. In the finale episode, Justine and Tracy did end up getting along by the end, and of course the very last scene of them was basically them making up and basically saying, look, we'll still remain friends or whatever. So I'm glad that it was a bit awkward at first, but they did just end up having a laughy conversation, and I think that's all we really need from them. And of course, the amount of mentions of past characters and past events. We had the worm incident, we had stealing Louise, we had a mention of Peter, we had a mention of Jenny of all people. It was just such a great fan service moment. and I absolutely loved it. I was all here for it. And, of course, the giant cliffhanger at the end of this episode with the fact that maybe Justine and Sean might be together and Sean might be cheating on Tracy with Justine Littlewood is just, like, an amazing cliffhanger. I thought the first cliffhanger was alright, but that was a bit predictable. This cliffhanger, absolutely amazing. I feel like this episode would have worked fine without Justine and Carly. However, they're basically just in it for fan service, and I'm just so happy about it because that's exactly what we want. But anyway, guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure that you smash that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And tell us in the comment section down below what you're enjoying about my mum, Tracy Beaker, any other thoughts and ideas you have about the show, and make sure that you like for a part 3 of this review, where we will be reviewing episode 3. And the same as last time, if you want it to come out before the end of Sunday when the episode is actually being released onto TV, then make sure that you like this video, and if this video gets to, I'd say, 50 likes, I will release it early. There we go. And as always, we've been here at Gated Theories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.